Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Spy Money. Today's Friday. We're going to do a brief on where we're going and where I think we're going, and I hope I'm right for my account's sake. So, Izzy, yeah, we're live now. Hopefully you can see it now. So, it takes a few minutes for that streaming to actually take place, so I send out links so everybody can get logged in. And so, whenever you get the link and sign in, if you see the green splash page, then I'm actually getting everything set up. So, that's what takes a couple minutes. But as far as we're looking at ES right now, we're looking at the 15-minute chart. We had that big rally that started yesterday, and if I do this here, we can see where we've had the pumps and we sell off. We had the one sold off last night. I thought it was going to keep on going. I did not have this channel in because honestly, this channel was not even in effect at that time. We didn't make the channel until we got to here. I guess I could have drawn off the top and to see where it would go, but even that, I guess we had like 3 hits here. It actually went up a little bit there, but I wasn't really seeing the channel at that time because it just the way everything been playing out in the past. So we do have this channel now. It's actually in place, but will we come down out of it? So looking at this right here, this is the channel that we're actually in at this present time. And if we look, let's see, let me go back to the other one. If we look at this one, it pretty much sold straight off, just a little bit of a channel right there and straight down. But this bottom trend stayed intact right there. So what I'm thinking is this trend will stay intact as well. Right now, whenever we got past this line here, it just kind of sold straight off, had a little pump, then back down. Right now, we are looking, we're actually breaking this trend right now. So when we look at this one, there's a chance we may come down and touch the 3-week or the weekly trend. This is the bottom ascending broadening wedge pattern. There's a chance we may hit that and bounce back up. And if you look back at here, I hate when that does that. If you look here, it actually come down and then bounced up. So there's a chance we may come down and hit that, bounce up a little bit, and then come back down. This is actually showing this trend line right here. If we stay on that, we are looking about 12:15 today that we would hit that. Now, there's no way in the world we could ever time when something's going to hit. I mean, because candles move. This could easily spike up and come up here and then come down to here. Or it could just sell off right here straight down. Where I think we're going, and I've been listening to, and I hate to do this, but I've been listening to some news reports too. And so go back to 1 hour. The 1 hour, we actually hit a low of 21.74. Often you will have this as a bear trap. And if you look, this right here is a bear flag. So on the 1 hour, we are actually in a bear flag. I think we're going to drop out of this and come back down to 21.74, if not further. So we are in a bear flag right now. Will it drop out today? May not. It may come back up and then drop out. But I think today's the day. So when you look at this, and if you're not familiar with the bear flag, if you look at it right here, just color that, make it all the same color so you can see it better. So you're looking at a bear flag there. So if we come back, if I tie this in, there you go. Actually, this one right here could actually come up just a little bit right there. So, yeah, right there. So right there is your bear flag. And with having a bear flags are very important when you're looking at things. This, if you look back on, if you look at this right here, we had a jump and then come down and up. Now let's go back to a daily chart. Look here, same exact pattern. Okay, so ES on the daily is on the, it had a bear flag and then it dropped. Usually a bear flag does not go this far, or any kind of flag as far as that goes. It does not go that far, but it could easily do it. based on what I'm seeing, I posted a video on the Facebook and our Discord group about New York City. Stacy, Smitty, on their new person that came in last night, she had sent that to me yesterday. And when I watch that video and it's talking about New York and how bad it is up there they're bringing in refrigerated carts for morgues because they don't have room for the bodies. They had 84 people die yesterday alone. So with that, and now we've got news that New Orleans is going to be the next New York City. So as far as what's going on down there. So I think with what's coming through, I think that this is just a fake out. I think it's going to come down. You can see that, right here we had one solid day. This is a daily chart. We had one solid day of red, and then all of a sudden we just dropped out. We had, almost 3 greens. So you had 3 candles here. You've actually got 1, 2, 3, and then your fourth one come out. So 1, 2, 3, fourth one come out. I think we're coming down, guys. If you're in calls, which I have some calls, they're long. Like in ES, I've got some that are back through May. I wish that I did not have those right now. I've got puts too, so I'm covered there, but I wish that I did not have my ES calls. So I think the gold, ES, I think pretty much all of the futures are probably going to sell off. And is it going to be today? May not. It may be next week. But I'm going to hold puts through the weekend after looking at this the way I have been. And the 1 hour chart, again, is coming down. I just think we're going to drop out of this channel today based off of what I showed you on long term. I hate that for America. I'm going to like it for my account because I'm positioned for this drop. But, for America, I do not like it. I want to see America thrive again, but I think it's going to be, another month out. Trump is talking about trying to get everybody back to work before Easter. I had plans for Easter to be down in Palm Beach. And I think that we're just going to stay home this year. I don't think we're going to get out. I live in a heavily tourist area, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina area. And Myrtle Beach shut down the whole town. All the people that are in town now have to be out as far as tourists. They have to be out of town by Sunday at 4:30, and no one's allowed to come back until May. So the whole month of April, which is the start of our season, is actually going to be shut down. So anybody that had plans to come to Myrtle Beach, you're not coming. They'll shut it down. Should we get out of calls and wait for cheaper or just average down? It depends on your time frame. If you're in our group, you know how we trade. So I think our calls are going to be fine if you are playing a strategy that we're playing in our Discord group. And if you're not a part of our Discord group, there's a link down below. You can sign up for it, get involved. We do call outs. We talk about just like how we're talking now, but we go into a lot more detail about how to buy it, when to buy it, how far to buy it, which strike prices and so forth. We do all the call outs. So when we buy something, me or anybody in the group, we post it, and then we all go as a team to, making money. All of our all of our members are making great money. If you're brand new to the Discord group, you're going to be there. A lot of people had a lot of losses before they came, and now their accounts are going. One guy's made $17,000 in 30 days of being there. So people are making money. So as far as our calls, it depends on how far we're out. If we're short term, say a month out or so, you're going to lose your money. Unless this bounces and takes off like it did. That's the only way you're going to come out. But if you're buying the calls like we are in our group, then you're probably going to be fine. And when it comes down, if it drops down to the 2174, there we go. All right, so right here is where we bottomed out. So if we bottom out here, I plan on averaging down every call that I'm in when we get that bounce. So by averaging down, we're not going to have to wait for way up here to be back, green again. So when we average down, we're going to start getting green about right here. So our group is going to be fine because we're going to start calling these out and say when to do it and how, which ones to average down. It depends on how far your strike price is as well. Or not your start price, but your expiration. If your expiration soon, I'm probably going to lose. But if it's, if you're May on, you can probably get average down and come out on it. So we'll just have to wait and see, when that time comes. There's a good chance that we still may bounce here. We may not come down to 2174. We may come down to 2361 here or 2462. We don't know, but based off of what I've been watching on the news, the coronavirus is actually getting a lot worse, with a lot of different towns. There's businesses shutting down right and left. My whole town, you can't even, I don't think anywhere in America you can even get a haircut. So, you can't get haircuts, you can't get the go out and eat for a nice dinner or something. You can't do any of that. The only thing you can do is go through a drive-thru and get your food, and I think that may even kind of go away a little bit, the way that things are right now. It's getting worse. And, I've been against this CB thing from the beginning, but, I thought it was more political or whichever, but I'm starting to have a different thought process now, especially after watching that New York video. It's on Facebook and it's in our Discord. Watch it. It's mind-blowing. And we've got one member up in New York, and I just told him to stay home. He just needs not even get out. So, and he's not in the city. He's outside the city, but still, it's close enough. So let's go to gold. That's where I am with ES. That's what I'm thinking. And this is actually playing out exactly the same as here. This is a perfect pattern right here. That's your channel. And this blue one is a trend line just going up. We actually broke through that trend line. The last time we broke through it was yesterday. We broke through and then bounced here. I just don't think we're going to bounce out of it. I really don't. If you look at this, and again, this is a 1 hour chart, but it's straight red all the way. And if you look at this one, it was not like that. This was kind of fickle. This one is straight sell off. So I think we're going to get over here close to the opening, and we're probably just going to go ahead and drop out. That's my opinion. Again, we're on this trend right here. That's our 3 week. And if we go back so you can see it, this is that ascending broadening wedge pattern that we had on the weekly. We are actually dropping below that right now. I don't know if you'll be able to see it here, but right there's where it's right above it right now, and we're getting ready to drop down. We have one green candle coming up. I believe that this is just going to be kind of like this one and just come over and drop out. So will we stop at 2174? I don't know. I mean, if it actually does that, we could actually see lower than that. I don't even have fibs drawn up for that. So if we come down and we drop through, then I'll go ahead and make a new fib for that. This fib is actually based off of the drop from the high here to our bottom there. And so, we may break through that. I may have to come over and draw one, say, from here to here and see where we go. So not to scare anybody or anything, but it's starting to get real now. New York has been saying this all along, so no haircut for now. No, I almost got a haircut before all this happened, and I've got a favorite place I go to down in West Palm Beach. It's actually in Wellington, Florida, which is outside of West Palm Beach. I'm gonna be down there Easter, and you go in there and it's like a men's spa. They do a clean shave, a hot towel. They do all these essential oils on your face and massage your scalp. I mean, it's the bomb. If you've never been there, it's called Roosters Men's Grooming, I think it's called. If you Google that, and if they have one in your area, go. I mean, it's nice. It's expensive, but I tell you what, you go in there, I fall asleep every time he does it. Louise is the one that actually cuts my hair down there. He's the best barber I've ever had. So if you're down in the West Palm Beach area, go to Wellington and look for Roosters in Wellington. It's the only one there. And ask for Louise and get him to cut your hair and stuff. And just do the gentleman's choice. That's what you want. So let's go to gold. I've talked enough about that. Gold. We're looking, and this is kind of like a bull flag. But again, gold has been dropping with ES. I think gold's going to drop out. The analysts say that we are going to be down in the 1200s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1234 is the 1200s that they're talking about. But you also have this 1270, which is that bottom trend. I think my goal on this was to drop to 1381. And I've got puts in this, but we had this. I bought puts right here because I thought it was going to drop out, and I walk away and it takes off. So I'm long on it, so it's no big deal. So my puts went to waste. And when it got up here, I bought more puts to average down, and so now I'm coming down. I'm almost in the green right now. So if this will just drop out of that, then I would be much happier. But again, this looks like a bull flag because you have your pole here. If I draw it, put this in here and we'll color code it and we'll keep it on there so you can keep watching it. That's a potential bull flag. It is a perfect pattern for that. But what we're looking for is, are we going to drop out of this right now? So if this comes down and bounces here, then we're probably going to go up. If we don't bounce there and it comes through, then I think we're going to go ahead and sell off. So, and based off of everything that's going on, the typical trend is gold should be way up. I mean, the way we have dropped in the market, this should have been up in the 2,000 mark. But we're still staying in the the low 1600s right now. We actually went all the way up to, what was that, 17, almost 1700. Just a few pennies from it that we went to 1700. But we normally gold will skyrocket whenever ES is dropping, and it's not doing it. And this right here, we've got a typical cup and handle. This comes down. If it breaks through this, then I would think that we're going to keep on going. But if it hits there, then we're going to take off like a typical cup and handle. I hope it actually comes down for my sake, but there's people are playing this pattern right here. It just depends on where we go here. So gold, I'm hoping drops, but it could go either way at this point. And if it goes by the normal trend, it's going to take off. We have crude oil. Crude oil, we're still in this descending wedge pattern. And when you look at that, I mean, that is perfect. And it is riding right along through there. We're going to drop out, guys. This is probably going to break and sell off. This is a descending wedge pattern. I may go ahead and hop in some puts on this and just write it down. I've got some calls that I got in. I think it was, where was it? I bought calls, I think it was right through here because I thought it was going to keep on going. And it never, it actually dropped out on me. Through here somewhere. It might have been right in here. Let's see, this is Friday, so no, it was last week. So it was right over in here somewhere. I bought calls on it. And I was actually up about $300 once, and I didn't sell it. I wish I would have. It was just, I thought it was just going to take off. But since then, we've actually drawn out more patterns. I think it was in here because this pattern wasn't forming yet. So when we come down, we hit this double bottom right here. Then I thought, well, double bottom, it'll take off. Well, if this comes down and hits again, that's going to be a triple bottom. A triple bottom is a bullish sign. A triple top is a bearish sign. If you hit 3 times, that's a reversal signal. So there's a chance we come down, hit this right here, and then we bounce. But this is also a descending triangle, which is a bearish sign, so we could easily drop out. The way the market's going right now, it wouldn't surprise me if we didn't just drop out. So that's where we are with that. And let's see here. We'll go to DXY. The dollar's been selling off. It actually come up a little bit. Usually the dollar sells off when the market goes up. And the market rallied real hard. And now the dollar's starting to come back up where the market is actually, market's starting to drop now. So the dollar's been going up. So it wouldn't shock me if this goes on up. And another thing is on a descending triangle, it will drop out and usually reverse and come back up. So this is actually fall in play with a typical descending triangle. So it's by looking at it, it looks like this will probably continue to go up. We'll know a lot more today. Dow Jones, it's going to be the same thing. It's on TOS doesn't show up, but the Dow Jones has already dropped tonight, and as long as when the ES is dropping, this is dropping. So we have sold off all the way, down to probably about right here. So I'd say we'll probably open up around 2,200 or so. So all the gains that we have gotten are getting ready to lose. And if you look at this also, you're in a bear flag. So you got your flag or your pole, and then you got your flag. Now it's going to drop. So usually when you have this V shape, that is, especially a long V shape, that is usually a sign of just a pullback and going to drop. So we'll have to wait on that as well. Today, and usually Friday sells off anyway, so all this lines up with Friday. Let's see. Then you have NG, natural gas. Natural gas has been trying to come up. It actually come out of that channel. We went up to what, 170. So I'd like to see natural gas going up, but I'm starting to wonder what it's going to do. It is actually following the market right now, so it's probably end up going to sell off on it. I'm long calls on that, so I think in probably about another, I don't know, maybe a couple more weeks, I think the market will actually turn around and come back. So we'll just have to wait. You got NQ doing the same thing. It's actually going up, coming down, and it's in that same ES pattern. Nothing's changed on it. I would think that we'll probably hit a halt today. I think it'll drop pretty hard and hit a halt. And when it does, when it come out of the halt, it'll probably just drop again. It'll probably just halt a couple times a day. Let's see. Let's go to VIX. VIX has actually popped up on us. So we actually broke this channel and come up, and now we're basing across. So we actually have another channel here that we could actually draw. We've got this one here, and come down to right there is where I would say, because you got this one, and that one kind of touched a little bit. It went through here, but it come up and bounced again, and this one here come down and pretty close. So I'd say this is your channel here that it's actually following. This was a channel. It's no longer in place, so we're going to take that out. It actually broke that channel. So we're going to stick to this one here. This is actually what it's doing now. And if we break this right here, which I think we will, I've got some puts that are going to expire on April 1st. I think it's Wednesday. I only got a couple $100 in it. It's no big deal. I do have some puts that are a little bit longer. But when VIX gets back, starts going up, I'm going to go ahead and buy some like 6-month puts on the VIX as it's going up today. So I'm going to go ahead and buy them, because this is probably, I think the news yesterday said that VIX could easily go to like 90. 90 was like an extreme market. I don't think I've ever seen it 90 before, but let's see if we go back to a weekly. I just, going all the way back to 2001, it's never been there. It's only been to 80, well, I guess that's 90, 89.53. That was back in 2007. So that was October of 2007 when we had the market crash that actually hit there. It wouldn't surprise me if we blew through it, though, because we are in some times right now, guys. I've always kind of downplayed it, but now I'm not. It's actually getting real. When they shut Myrtle Beach down, that opened my eyes, because Myrtle Beach don't shut down for, even hurricanes, they stay open until the day before the hurricane. So when they shut down, that really opened my eyes. So your 1 hour chart is actually, kind of looking like it might have just been a pullback and taken off. I think we're actually going to break that there. So I may not buy the calls today. I may wait till next week to buy them, because, or not the calls, but the puts. You probably can't buy puts right now, or calls on it right now. To, let's say you bought, calls are going to be short term. Say you bought May 20th, and the calls on that, they're expensive right now, and there's not really much bid there. Of course, this is after hours, but we'll have to see. So we go back into our equity stocks. We've got American Airlines. I sold it off right. See, where did I sell that? Was that yesterday? I can't remember. And I think I sold it. Yeah, it was yesterday it sold. I had the sell. I put the sell in here. That way, if it would come out of this pennant, because I didn't know if it was going to drop or go up, and it actually dropped, and then it come back up. Pennants are hard to follow, so we're done with that one. So we're going to take that out. And right now, I'd say that's probably going to drop out. This is not a bear flag. This is just a channel going across here now. So if we draw this channel, we could draw it right here and come down to, really it's right there is the channel. So this is probably going to sell off to here at least today, but I would say it'll probably drop out more. The airlines are not flying, and with the CV getting worse, the airlines are going to be a while before it actually starts flying again and making money. So as the airlines aren't making money, I think we're dead. So I'm glad that I sold mine yesterday. I think it was I think American Airlines, I think I made $800 some on it. So I'm glad I sold. I sold a lot of stuff on Wednesday as well. So I sold all my SPY puts or SPY calls and a lot of other things. I sold a lot of Boeing yesterday, and so I was glad to get rid of it. Apple, I'm in puts, and I've got in puts right up here, and I held it, and I could have made money right here, but I held it because I thought that it was actually going to go my direction eventually. So I held them, and they're long puts, so I had plenty of time. And if we look at this channel now, we are, let's see, probably right there. What I did was I picked up this little wick and this body of the candle. When you have a channel, it can actually pop through a little bit, but it's just a matter you want to get the majority of them. So this will, I think Apple will end up selling off today. Will I get rid of my put today? I don't know if I will or not. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But I think it's going to drop out just like with the market. And it depends on what the market's doing for what I do with the Apple. I may go ahead and take my profit today because when this comes down, it's going to be pretty good profit. And, you don't want to just keep waiting, hoping to get something else. Take your profit while you can. AMD, I'm still long on, but it looks like we are going to, be dropping with the market. So I think I would hold off on buying calls right now. I think I would wait till we get to wherever we're going. We may come down and hit the 37.24. And if we hit the 37.24, I would average down what you have in AMD and then buy some more. So, yeah, Adam, talking about getting haircuts, buddy. He's on our Discord channel right now laughing about it. I need a haircut, guys. Hey, if you all want me to be on this webcam, I got to look good. I mean, I can't get on there and just look like crap, but so we don't have the webcam on today. Then we have Amazon. I'm bullish on Amazon, but as you can tell, based on what we went through, the market looks to be selling off. So going in long calls right now, I don't think I would. I sold mine. It was on Wednesday. I sold mine right there. And I sold it because Netflix kept going down, and it looked like Amazon was. And I was up about, I think around $7,000 or $8,000 over here on Amazon, and then I went ahead and sold it over here for $5,400. So I just took my profit and moved on. I can use that money and buy something else. I can buy Amazon again. I bought them cheap, but if we drop back down, then I'll just go ahead and buy them up again because I will definitely be long on Amazon. But Amazon's following the market right now. So now we got everybody laughing on the Discord channel. I see you guys. I remember that, Josh. Adam's our comedian. He thinks he's funny. He thinks. Boeing. I think Boeing's going to pull back. And that's why I sold yesterday. I got rid of, I think I only have like 20 calls left. I held some just in case. But I think I've got 20 left of that. If we get a good pullback, I'm going to go in large on Boeing because that thing is going to take off like crazy. You can see the cup right here, and then right here will be a handle, and then it will take off. So if not today, I probably won't buy any calls today. I'm probably going to wait till Monday to buy more calls, but because I think this will actually pull back a lot more. Depends on what happens today. But I am long Boeing. I think you can still buy them here and go long enough. You're still going to come out, but you might not get them as cheap as you want, but you can go ahead and buy them. And then after you buy them, and if it does pull back, just average them down a little bit, and then you'll be fine. That way you don't feel like you're going to miss the flight that Boeing's going to take. Carnival Cruise Line, I sold all them too, and we're actually pulling back. This is an actual bear flag. That's why I went ahead and set my sale. Yesterday it popped up right there. And I set my sale, and it sold right on through here, which I tried to do the 70-30 rule, but I didn't know where it was going to go, but I just wanted to get out and make my money, and so I got out of that. It's going to drop. I'll get back in Carnival Cruise Line. Then we have CRM. I am losing bad on CRM. I've got long calls. I think they're October's, so I'm going to be fine. When we get this drop, I'm going to go and average those things down, and that way I can get in it. I'm going to be long bullish on CRM. I'm actually shocked they're dropping because everybody's working from home, and so they should be getting a lot more subscribers. I think their earnings are going to be tremendous. And let's see, their earnings are, so we go to daily. Their earnings are on June 2nd. So with the earnings being on June 2nd, I mean, their earnings, there's no way in the world they cannot be good, because they have to be they have to be making a lot of money right now. It's going to be one of their best quarters, I'd say. Disney, that's the big old W here, but it is pulling back. I think Disney is pretty much following the market. You could probably get in some puts and write it down to 81.26. It may hit that again. It's already hit twice. Third time is a reversal. That's a reversal signal, the triple bottom. And so I'm long bullish on that. But again, plays out today. All the charts are looking the same. Live Nation made the same thing. I think it's going to drop hard because no one's going to be buying any tickets right now. You can't go to concerts. So they're not making any money. If you can't go to concerts, you can't sell them. So all the concerts are canceled and stuff. So I think that we are in the same bear flag. Netflix, wish I would have sold mine, but I didn't. I've whined around about it for days now. And if it jumps up today, I may just go ahead and sell them. I went from $3,200 right here down to, I think I'm at $700 now profit. It's still profit, but I'm going to try to get rid of them and just let it go and take the little bit of profit I can. When it drops down, I'll get back in. If it takes off, I'll just hop back in. But I'm going to take my profit today. Nvidia is kind of in the same thing as everything else. You have a slight bull flag or a bear flag here, but this has gone up so far, I wouldn't really consider that a flag anymore. And the way it's not really following this channel too much, it's just actually going in an uptrend. So we could actually pull this down. Probably right there, and then that was actually right. So this is kind of where it is. It looks like it's pulling back too. It looks like it's going to come back down to here. Probably not today. It may be. That's a big old drop. It may just kind of come down a little bit and then over and then up. But based off of everything else, I see that it will probably come back down to the 188. So today's not a day that I don't think I'd be buying puts or calls necessarily. I think I would just kind of take today off and go to the beach. It's going to be warm today. I had this drawn out in Roku as a possible cup and handle. It actually dropped out, so this is no longer in play. The channel itself is, let's see if I could draw from here to there. And then pull that one back. There we go. So we're actually following this channel here. This could actually come down a little more. Oops. We actually bring that down to there. This actually following this right here, but again, I think we're just going to keep on going with it. And we may come back down to 59.26 again. It went to 58.08 at one time, so we're probably looking at this fib here. I just think the next few days we're going to be very bearish. We got space. Like I said yesterday, space did not take off like Elon's SpaceX did. They launched a rocket yesterday. I don't know the results of it, but I did see it in the sky thanks to Christy. She sent a picture on the Discord group and showed us. Pretty cool. Space, it's all hype. I think this is going to pull them back, and then whenever it pulls back, hop in for calls and go. All these are the same pattern. It don't matter what you pull out. This trend line here, it's actually following that we just kind of drew haphazardly. And it's pulling back now. It looks like ES is starting to come up a little bit, but we're still within this little channel here, so we'll see what happens. So there's your SPY. I think we're probably going to end up testing the 218 again. TLT is just basing across. I don't know a lot about bonds, but I do know that I don't want to be in a consolidation. When I see that this is actually turning and going the other way, then I'd probably be a player. So if we go in and put in alert right there, and then if we put in alert, I I'd want to be in right here. So I'll put an alert in here to see where it's going. If it comes up and touches that one, I'll know to get in calls. If it comes down and touches here, I know to get in puts. I wouldn't do anything in here because you're just going to lose premium. I just don't know enough about bonds. I've never traded them, so we'll find out. Yeah, our beach is closed, Robert. You're in Miami. Yeah, you're getting $5,000 fine down there if you're on the beach. Our beach is not actually closed. They closed all of the hotels, the beach houses, and all that stuff. So the beaches are still open though. And I live like 2 blocks off the beach. I've got a golf cart, little gas-powered Yamaha, and we just take it and ride all over town and take our chairs down. We got chairs that just stay on the golf cart. And we go down there to the girls. My wife and daughter, they're down there every day just about. I don't really go down to the beach much. I'm not much of a beach person, but tomorrow and maybe even today, I might even go down. Then we have Tesla. Tesla's in that same cup and handle pattern. It could break out today. It could be next week. I think everything's gonna be next week. I have no idea how in the world that got drawn. That was way off. And this one is Twitter. That's actually showing it dropped out of this wedge pattern. You have one hit there, so get closer so you can see it. We have one here, one there, almost. We have one there. I could actually raise that up and let that one touch. That one coming through is fine, but that is a definite trend pattern. And this one up here is too. We could even drop this down. We could drop it into here, and that would allow more candles touching it, and that would be more in line with the actual pattern. So this is called an ascending wedge pattern. What happens is it will go up and drop out. This is a bearish pattern, and it looks like we dropped out overnight, so this is probably going to sell off. Maybe test the 20 again down here. So I'm in calls on Twitter. I guess I probably should have sold them on Wednesday like I did most everything else. And I was actually in profit on this. So I could have sold it. I didn't have this pattern drawn out until yesterday. And if I would have seen that ahead of time, then I probably would have been out. And this is also sort of a bear flag type, pattern. So with that being the case, then this is going to drop out, I'm pretty sure. Hello, Josh. Yeah, you got to type to Josh. Josh is deaf, so he can't hear us on here, but he actually joined in on the stream. So y'all type something, say hi to Josh on there. He'd appreciate it. He's a good guy. He's really learned a lot. He's turned his account around like crazy. He was up, I think he was like close to 20,000 or so, and he was in another group, and he kept losing money. He went down to $4,500, and now he's up to, I think he's like $700 and some away from where he was originally. So he is actually killing it in our group. He's following our trades. He's learning how to draw the patterns, the fibs. I mean, he's killing it. A bunch of you are. I mean, there's so many people in there that's making money. It's not funny. And I love it. I mean, that's why we did this. We did it just to everybody make money. So it's working out great. So our Twitter, that's where we are. Walmart. I hate you, Walmart. I'm not really much of a cusser, but if I was, I'd cuss you. I hate Walmart right now. I made a lot of money on Walmart last week, but this week it has taken it because I did something stupid. And we're going to do a video on just Walmart tonight. It's just going to be about Walmart. It's about a mistake I made. I didn't follow the rules, and I lost thousands of dollars. At 4 o'clock today, I will have lost thousands. And it's my fault. It's stupid, and I'm going to go public about it just so that everybody can learn from mistakes. And I didn't follow the rules. You got to follow rules when you're trading. You can't buy a call here and expect to make money down here. You can't do that. It was wrong. I hate you, Walmart. Walmart will probably rally Monday all the way up to 140 on Monday because my call's expired. Now, I do have other calls in it, and I've averaged them down. I'm going to go ahead and probably average them down again today because Walmart is being the inverse of the market right now. When the market's raging, Walmart's dropping. When the market's dropping, when the market's dropping, Walmart is raging. It's been going like that for a long time now. The whole time that the market's been going up over the last 6 months, you look back at the chart and you'll see that Walmart has been kind of dropping. So you look, let's see, actually a daily would probably work better. That's 4 hour. If we do a daily, and you look at this right here, the market was raging right here, and look how Walmart did. The market was going up, Walmart was going down. And then as soon as the market dropped, it dropped as well, as far as like the big drop, but that's understandable. But right here is when the market was actually starting to drop and Walmart was going up. So Walmart actually got a new high right there. This was only 318. Our market started dropping back in around through here's when the market started dropping. And look at Walmart. It was just kept on going up. So I don't understand it. I don't understand why Walmart has dropped like it has over the last week. It should have just kept on going. They are selling out of everything. So, yeah, Robert, I hear you. Come on down. Open Beach, that's right. I'll tell you what, it's nice where I live. It's in Surfside. It's a town out south of Myrtle Beach, and it's the safest town in South Carolina. We have a good police force. You can actually walk out, walk any hours of the night, not be bothered. I mean, it's just great. I love it here. So that's with Walmart. Let's go back to ES. Ended up with ES. See where we are. And let me go back to like a 15-minute. So see, we're staying within where I said. We're stayed off that trend, bounced up a little bit. We actually hit the 3-week level trend. But look here, we're coming back down. So I think I think we'll actually come through and we're going to probably stay down. We might hit it again, come up a little bit. I think we're going to follow this trend. See, opening would be right here. So I think at openings when we will probably sell off. So I hope we do. I hate it for America, but for my account, I hope we do. So that's my cut, or not my cut, but my take on what we're going to do. I think it all lines up with what's going on in the news, what's actually going on here in my local area, what is lining up, even with a bear flag, because here's your pole, here's your flag. Everything lines up. This is Friday. Usually we sell off on Friday. Everything lines up. So the stars are aligned. Let's just see if the astrologers are paying attention. So if they are, being the market makers, then we could possibly sell off really hard. And hopefully make some money. I'm loaded up on puts, so I'm either going to make a lot of money, break even on some, or lose on others. They are long, so I'm not too worried about it, but I think that's where we're going to be. I'm going to look at gold one more time. Yeah, gold's sold off quite a bit, so we're good there. Do you guys have any tickers or anything before I call this a day? If you got some, say them real quick, because I'm going to cut it off. I think I hit about everything that you all trade. I mean, there's a few others we trade, but for the most part, that's where we trade. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to call this a day. If you are not part... Oh, one other thing. I actually got my first course done, and the course is Future Contracts. With Future Contracts, there's no PDT, so you can trade as much as you want. There is no restricted hours as far as with options, you can only trade from 9:30 to 4. With future contracts, you can trade 23 hours a day, 5 days a week. So from Sunday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time through Friday at, I'll get Facebook, Billy, through Friday at, and Q's, I've already done the Q's, Lewis. But there's no PDT. You can trade from Sunday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time through Friday at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. With the exception between 5 and 6 Eastern Standard Time, it is closed during that time frame. So you can trade 23 hours a day, 5 days a week, no PDT. You only have to have, in TD Ameritrade, you have to have $2,000 in your account for margin. And so you ought to put $2,500 if you can to give you a little cushion. Because if you lose $50 and you're down to $19.50, then you can't trade anymore until you put the money in. So try to get a little cushion over that. But anyway, my course is available. It's on I posted it on Facebook. I posted it in the Discord. It's under the online courses in Discord at the top. And if you sign up today and go ahead and pay for it, it's $189 regular. But on Facebook, you get $20 off. In the Discord group, if you're a member of our Discord group, you get $50 off. So if you're a member of our Discord, you're going to make more money. So if you sign up for Discord today and then buy that course, then you're getting your membership for less than half off just by buying that course. The course is very good. It's mainly videos. I'm not big on paperwork and stuff. I like videos, and I sit and I talk to you. I show you live trading with that, and when you get through the course, there's no way in the world you cannot be trading future contracts. Future contracts are not really hard, but there's a lot of information that you need to know before you do it. And I've got 17 videos in that. You take your time, go through the courses. Whenever you finish it, you can watch them again. There is no limit as far as I don't cancel it after a month like some people do. You can just stay on there. And then as you buy more courses, those courses will stay in your login to where you can actually watch any of them anytime you want. Once you do that and you start trading, I want you to go back and go through the course again, just so that you can maybe pick up on something that you missed before. And once you start trading, you'll understand, maybe a little more of something that you should be doing or whichever. So it's actually a really good course to get in. And again, through, I think it's midnight tonight, $20 off on Facebook. If you're a member of our Discord, just $50 off. So I give my membership a lot better discounts, but it's for the first 24 hours. I posted it last night, so that will end about midnight tonight. So you got to get it before then. And let's see here. If we go back here, the Qs we already did. I mean, the Qs is this right here. It's the same thing. We've already went over that. You can watch the video again. Facebook, I put an order in for Facebook yesterday. We all did, and it didn't hit because it rallied. I left my, actually I think my order canceled because I didn't have good till cancel. But I'll probably put an order back in for Facebook, but not yet. I think I'm going to wait and see where we end up today. I might go ahead and buy some. I think long-term Facebook's going to be good. Let's see, this pattern's actually gone now. We'll take that one out. And this one, let's see here. If we take this one, let me bring this up. I've been starting to chart on, and I'm just going to do my live streams on without indicators, because the indicators sometimes get in the way with you actually seeing what's there. Let's see here. That don't really line up. Yes, right there, because you got this one here, you've got that one, that almost touches. I'm not sold on this trend right here. We actually hit right there. We hit right there. We broke through a little bit, but we hit again there. So that's a possible channel, but I'm not sold on this channel yet. It does follow along the lines of what the others are doing. And let me get a 1 hour chart up. You've got your flag, and you've got your pole and flag. So that kind of falls in line with the bear flag that the rest of them are playing. So I would say that we're, I think it's just going to follow the market and probably sell off. That's where we're going to be. Okay, you already signed up, Louise. Is that Lewis or Louise? How you say your name? I've always mess up on those. I'm thinking Lewis. Type in your pronunciation there. I never do get those right. I always say them wrong. My barber is Lois, and his is Louise. Louise. So yours would be Lewis, maybe. Would watch a double top on ES if anyone needs to unload calls, double top into that trend line down. So if we go back to the ES and look at that, talking about maybe coming up here and double topping, Marshall. So if we do, actually right there, we're probably about right. That's not a pronunciation. That's the exact same name you had. Is it like Lewis? Is it Lou? Yes, like that. Oh, that's not even right. It'd be Lou. Yes, I guess Luuu. Well, we'll figure it out. You're in our Discord, and we'll get you figured out. So the trend line, okay, I've got that up there. So yeah, there's a possible double top there, but I don't think we're going to double top it today. I think we're just going to keep on going. We did have, let's see if I go back. So we actually hit that double top right here. We almost hit it there. So I guess if you go back to right here, then, which is picking up this body, if we go back over here, we actually hit it. So that's actually a double top there. Okay, Lewis. That's it. Gotcha. Oh, I'd like to get people's names right, just like Yak at Me. I was trying to say, I thought it was a Japanese name, and it was just Yak at Me. So anyway, I was trying to pronounce a Japanese name. So I don't know. I try to get people's names right. I try to stay in contact with all of you and know who you are and what you do and stuff. Lewis is always, he's painting. He's got more mass than the hospital does. It's a good thing he buys them in advance. All right, guys, we are finishing up here. A good stream. I appreciate you guys for showing up. If you like this video, give me a like. There's a bunch of people in here. I've got 4 likes. I'd like to see more than that. And also share this video. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Sign up for the alerts. That way, whenever I hit it, you'll get a notification. But let's get our channel built up. I need at least 100 subscribers on here in order to do some things I'm wanting to do. I'm not really concerned about ad revenue. That is not what I do this. I do this to help you guys, to help educate, to actually market my Discord group and our Facebook group. So I'm not really interested in the ad revenue. So that 100 subscribers has nothing to do with that. It's just a way that I can help market better. So if y'all could get that done for me, I'd appreciate it. Share it on your Facebook site. Try to get other people. Remember, I do pay referrals if you're in our Discord group. So every member that you bring in, you get $25. I ask every single person that signs up where they came from. Every single person. And I think last week we had, I think around 15 or so last week that signed up. And we're getting more and more every day. We had 5 on Thursday. Kev, man, he rocked. He got 4 himself. So he got 4, and I forgot. Let's see, the other one was me. He got paid $100 Thursday for bringing in 4 people. So get those referrals out there, and we will see you in the chat. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the chat rooms.